Hey guys, this is Nalini here. Welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful jasmine stitch. It is a really beautiful stitch, as you can see. One of my favorite stitches actually. I have made a bag from it and it was absolutely beautiful. I'll try to post it on the screen somewhere. And as you can see, my background today is tricolor as it's Republic Day. So I just thought that I'll just use it as a background. I had even made a reel for that, so you can just look for that also. So that's why you have this background today. So happy Republic Day to all Indians over here. And yeah, if you like my tutorial, then do consider subscribing. 90% of my viewers are not subscribed, so please do subscribe, like, comment and share. It helps my channel to grow. So let's get started. So the yarn which I'm going to use for this is a double knit yarn, and it's a 3 number lightweight, and the hook size mentioned is 4.5 millimeter. So I'm going to use a 4.5 millimeter hook, and then of course a darning needle and a pair of scissors. So let's get started. So we're not going to make foundation chains as we do for other projects. So what we're going to do is, first we're going to tie a slip knot. So if you're a beginner, then I'll just show you how I tie the slip knot. So just with your hook, you have to hold your yarn like this and then like this, and then with the help of your hook just twist the yarn, pinch it here, bring the loop up, yarn over and pull through the loop, and then you can just pull the yarn tail and your slip knot is done. And now we are going to make 2 chains. So yarn over and pull through the loop, yarn over and pull through the loop. So this is how we make our chains. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to extend my working loop around say 2 centimeters, and now just yarn over and keep your finger here, don't miss this. So now I'm going into the first chain which I made. So insert your hook in that, yarn over and pull up a loop and just pull it to the same height like this. So now we have 3 loops. Again yarn over, keep your finger on the working loop, insert your hook into the same first chain, yarn over, pull up a loop and pull it to the same height. So now you have 3, 4, 5 loops on your hook. Then again yarn over, insert your hook into the same chain, yarn over and pull up a loop and make it to the same height like this. So you have 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 loops on your hook. So now what you have to do is just hold this working yarn, just hold it like this so that the whole thing is not used when you're going to pull through all the loops. So just yarn over and pull through all the loops like this, and then I'm still holding on to the working loop. So what I'm going to do is insert my hook into that working loop and pull up a loop. I have 2 loops on my hook. Now yarn over and pull through both the loops. So this is the puff stitch which we have just made. So again I'm going to chain 1, pull up around 2 centimeters of loop, then again yarn over. I'll just zoom in so that you can see it properly. Okay, so yarn over, insert your hook into this, you can see this gap where we made a single crochet. So insert your hook into that and pull up a loop to the same height. Again yarn over, insert your hook into that same eye, you can say EYEI, and pull up a loop. Stretch your loop to the same height. Then always keep your finger on the working loop, otherwise they won't be like of the same height. And again insert your hook, pull up a loop. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 loops are there on the hook. Again hold on to your working yarn, and yarn over, pull through all of the loops. Then insert your hook into that working yarn and pull up a loop and make your single crochet. So this is the way we are going to make our puff stitches. Again chain 1, pull the loop, then again I'm going to this gap which we have on top of your puff stitch, and do this 3 times. 1 2, and always remember to keep your finger so that this thing doesn't go here and there. Insert your hook, pull up a loop, and we have 7 loops on our hook. Again hold on to your working yarn, yarn over, pull through all the loops, and insert your hook into that working loop and make your single crochet like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a few more say 10 puffs I'm going to make. So when I'm finished with that, I'll join back, so even you can do the same. So I'm done making my 10 puffs, and now what we're going to do is, and I've also made my chain 1 after the single crochet. So now we are going to make one more puff, but we are not going to finish it. So 1 2 and 3. So now we are not going to finish it by yarning and like locking it into a single crochet. So what we are going to do is yarn over, go directly into the next one. So this is your next one, the next eye we can say. So just insert your hook into that and make your next puff. So here we'll be having 2 3 4 5 6 loops. Again yarn over and go for the next one, next gap or the eye, and make your third incomplete puff. 1, always remember to hold your working loop like this. How many did I make? Yeah, 6. So we have 3 incomplete puffs. So now we are ready to lock this. So hold on to your working loop and just go through all the stitches. If you're not able to remove all together, you can just remove puff after puff, and then make your single crochet to lock it and your chain 1. So this is our first part of the Jasmine stitch, and let's go for the next one. So to make the next flower or the Jasmine stitch, we are going to make our first incomplete puff into the same eye of the flower which we just made. So 1 incomplete puff in this, the second one will be just on the root of it here, and the third one will be in the next one. So after chaining 1, extend your loop, yarn over, go into the same eye of the flower. 1 2 and 3. We have our first 7 loops, and again yarn over and go directly into the next gap, that is on the root of this flower, the last petal here. And 1, 2, 3. Remember, for these 2 petals you'll be having 6 loops. Since here we had that 1 extra loop, so that's why it's 7, but here you'll be having, in these 2 puffs you'll be having 6 loops. Then again yarn over and go to the next one. 1, 2 and 3. And now hold on to your working tail here and just remove it from all the loops, and then insert your hook into that working loop and make your single crochet and chain 1. So we've finished our 2 flowers. So we'll go for the third one. Extend your loop, and we are going to make our first puff, as I said, in the same eye as the flower. So 1, 2 and 3, 7 loops. Again we are going into the next one. 1, 2, 3. Then again for the next one, here we have 6 loops on the hook. 1, 2, 3. Now hold on to your working yarn and just pull through all the loops like this. Insert your hook into the working yarn and make your single crochet. So see how beautiful this looks. So just go ahead and finish this and I'll meet you at the end. And we've come to the last flower, so let's do it together. So I've locked my flower here, or the stitch here, and I've made the chain 1, and now you can just extend your loop and make your first puff into the eye of the flower. 1, 2, 3, and then go for the next eye, which is on the bottom of, or the root of your this petal of the flower. So yarn over, insert your hook. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, my battery just died, so I had to plug it. And we're going to insert into this first chain which we made, into that same thing. We are going to make a last puff. 2 and 3. And now the same thing, we are going to bring it out of all the puffs or the loops, and then, and here what I wanted to share, I should have shown you in the beginning. Okay, I'll just quickly make it again and share that tip with you. So let me just make my puff. So we're done with all the 3 puffs, and now just hold on to your working yarn and pass through all the loops like this. So in this process your this work will become loose, so you can just insert your hook into that working loop and just tighten it like this little bit and pull the yarn, so you're good to go. So you don't need to tighten it too much, and then make your single crochet and chain 1. So we've made our last flower, and one thing that I forgot to mention over here was I made 10 puffs. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10 puffs. So actually I was supposed to make one more, and then that the 11th puff would have been our turning puff. Just like in crochet we make one like if it's a double crochet we make 2 or 3 chains extra. If it's a single crochet from the desired number we make 1 stitch extra for single crochet. So the same way I was supposed to tell you, I missed to tell you that if you're taking 10 as your desired number, then you have to make 11 puffs. So that I missed, so sorry for that. So now we'll just imagine that I wanted to make a 9 puff, this one, the work with 9 puff as a foundation. So this 10th puff is acting as my turning puff. So I just wanted to correct myself over here so that there's no confusion when you're following the tutorial. So now we have made our entire row, and now we are going for the next round, and I've made my chain 1 over here and extended my loop. Now you can just turn your work, and here you're going to make your first puff as a whole. So 1 2 and 3. We're just going to hold on to our working yarn and finish this puff with a single crochet like this and chain 1. Now what we are going to do is make our first incomplete puff into this eye, the second one into this eye, and the third one into this eye. So 1 2 and 3. So here goes 1 2 and 3. Do not finish it, go for the next eye. 1 2 3. Then go for the next eye. 1 2 and 3. Hold on to your working yarn and just remove it from all the stitches. Insert your hook into this one, and as I told you, if it is loose, if your yarn is loose over here, you can just pull this one first and then it will be proper. Then yarn over and make your single crochet. Oh, just a minute. Okay, yeah, single crochet and chain 1. So our first puff is done. Now again I'm going to make the second puff into this and this. So extend your loop. It is the first eye of the flower we just made. So 1 2 and 3. Then go to the next eye. 1 2 3, and then go to the third eye. 1 2 and 3. Oops, 3, and hold your working yarn and pull through all the loops like this. Suppose you drop a loop or something, then don't go to mend it, just open that stitch and do it again. That is the best thing. And then you can make your single crochet. And here also there are 2 methods. I'll just show you. So this is my working yarn. Either you can do what I've been telling you, or you can just slip stitch directly through both the loops, through the working loop and this one. So these 2 methods are there. You can follow any one. The first one is, as I told you, insert your hook into the working loop, pull up a loop, and then make a single crochet. Or you can just, now here we have made a slip stitch, and you can directly make a slip stitch here and chain 1. but since I'm doing the single crochet method, so I'm just going to make my single crochet over here and chain one. So I'll just finish my row making this. So this is basically the whole pattern. Suppose you're making a blanket or a scarf, whatever, this is the rule which you have to follow. The first puff of the row will be a complete puff, and then you're going to make 3 incomplete puffs and finish your stitch as I've told you. And when you come to the last one, you I'll show you when I reach to the last one, just a repetition of the same thing. And I've come to the last flower, so let's work it together. So I've made my chain one and extended my loop. So 2 and 3, then I'll go to the root of the previous flower, this eye, 1, 2 and 3. Do not forget to keep your finger on the working loop, and the third one will go into this, the root of this petal here. So 1, 2 and 3, and then the same thing, just pull it out of all the loops, insert your hook into that working loop. You can just tighten it a bit if it's loose, and your single crochet and chain one, extend your loop and then turn. So this is the pattern or the method which you're going to use to increase your stitches. So I'll just make 1 or 2 more stitches, rows, and or whatever desired size of my pattern will be, and I'll join you at the end. So even you can just go ahead and finish your project, or you can just start by making just a patch, and then when you are ready or like well practiced with this stitch, then you can go for your main project. So let me just make some more rows and join back. And I've finished making few more rows, and as you can see, it looks beautiful. You can use it, as I told you, for blankets or handbags or whatever project you want to use it. You can use it, and it always gives you a straight flat look. You won't find it wavy and all if you do it properly. So do try this, and I'll just show you how to end this. So ending is pretty much the same. Already I have made my single crochet and chain one, so I'll just show you. So here we had made a single crochet as usual and chain one, and you can just cut the yarn and pull it, and then you can just hide it inside the stitches. So that's all to it. And the reason why I told you when you when you pull it out of all the loops is to tighten the tail. Is, see here, I think so in these two I might have not pulled the yarn, the working yarn, so the holes are bigger, as you can see. So keep in mind that when you pull out through all the 3 petals, just to pull your working yarn a bit to tighten it, because while pulling we might take a bigger piece of that yarn, the working yarn, so the hole, as you can see, becomes bigger compared to all. You can see these are bigger, so keep that in mind. And yeah, so we've come to the end of this tutorial. So do try this. It's a beautiful stitch. It's one of my favorite stitches. I had made a bag with it, a green color bag. If I get it, I'll just put it on the screen. it looks absolutely beautiful. So you can just use any color you like, and you can make beautiful things from it. You can even use it to make a coaster, a smaller one, or I might make a tutorial for a round coaster made from jasmine stitches. So if that happens, then do look forward for it. So I hope you like this tutorial. I hope it was easy to understand. And if you like this video, then of course do consider subscribing, like, comment and share. And I would love to see your work. So if you want, you can just post it or DM me on my socials, and you can just post your finished products there. The Instagram page will be in my description, so you can use it. And I would love to see. I always appreciate anything that is handmade, like people who make stuff. I just love it. So do consider that, and yeah, subscribe to my channel. Many of my viewers are not subscribed, like almost 90 to 97% of the viewers are not subscribed. So do subscribe, it helps me a lot. And for more exciting and beautiful projects like this, keep visiting my channel. And even when you subscribe, you can just go for that bell notification, which will notify you for my future videos. So yeah, till my next video, bye bye.